Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. I'm here at 11th Cloud Expo, Silicon Valley. We're in Santa Clara, as is Apurva Dave. Thank you for joining us from Riverbed Technologies. What's going on with you guys? Lots of action at your booth, I can see.
Absolutely, lots of action. This is a great show, especially a good show for us to talk about our Stingray product family, which is our application delivery controller family, and specifically the intersection between Stingray and what's going on in this world of cloud computing today.
A perfect marriage, I'm guessing.
How did you guess? You know, for basically a decade, people have used legacy load balancing infrastructure that was basically black box hardware at the edge of their network. And it was doing virtually nothing for them in this world that's becoming more application-centric, more user-centric, and in a world where the data center architecture is rapidly changing. So what instead we did with Stingray is invent a software-based application delivery controller that's solely focused on layer 7 optimization of your application. So you can put our software in front of your app, whether it's one server or 100 servers, whether it's one data center or spread out over multiple data centers, and you can ensure that your users get a seamless experience that's fast and secure and points them directly to the application server that will serve them best.
So what would be the typical organization that would be suffering from all the things that Riverbed cures?
Yeah, exactly. So typically what we see is people who have applications that are accessed in many different places, and that the enterprise providing that application wants to ensure the availability and performance of that app. Based on those criteria, you can imagine a lot of different types of companies.
That's a lot of organization.
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of types of companies. You can see e-commerce companies fall into that category. You can see traditional enterprises who have sales forces all over the place or partners all over the place who want to ensure that they get the best possible access to their application. So we're kind of an equal opportunity application delivery controller. We provide this capability for everyone, and it's regardless of whether you're just implementing it within one data center or cloud, or if you're going over multiple data centers and clouds and trying to figure out how to cloud burst or cloud balance across those infrastructures.
I like that, equal opportunity application control. I'm trying to think of a new acronym. Equal up to EOAC. EOA, it's going to be impossible to pronounce. So we move on. Riverbed has an incredible reputation. It's just a great name. Your branding's fantastic. Stingray, what a powerful name. Where's that culture coming from? Who's the driver behind all of this creativity? Yeah,
it's it's driven really by the ethos of our co-founders, Jerry Kennelly and Steve McCann, who, by the way, they founded the company basically about 10 years ago. They're both still at the company today. And they always had this mission and focus of addressing the performance problems that enterprises face today. And everything at Riverbed drives from that. How can we either understand the performance problem or correct the performance problem more effectively to help our customers do what they do best? So they don't have to think about the network. They don't have to think about the data center architecture as much. Instead, they can focus on two things: the application that they want to deliver and the experience that they want to deliver to those end users.
So it's that central mission statement. They've stayed with it, they themselves. I'm guessing there's probably not a huge turnover of staff like there might be in other companies.
You've got it. Yeah, in fact, we've got a lot of the original management team still in place from way back when, which is generations ago in technology time, right? They're good, smart people that just try and stay focused on the customer's problem, and that's what drives us to expand from our original solution in Steelhead to newer solutions like Stingray and like our Cascade performance monitoring suite.
And what would come next, Apurva? What if looking 2-3 years out? What areas? I'm not asking you for the product names or the betas, but where do you think you would head next? What are the real problems?
So there are a couple areas that we see as very fertile ground for innovation around optimization. I'll provide two of those for you as food for thought. One of those is this transition we see right now moving towards a software-defined data center. With a software-defined data center, what happens is everything you knew about networking is upended. And you're in an environment where not only your applications are dynamic, not only are your users in a dynamic environment, but the underlying infrastructure that supports your applications and your users is just as dynamic. And you need intelligent, layer 7 savvy technologies to bridge between the network and the application to ensure that the users still get the experience they're looking for, regardless of how you define your data center. That's one core element of what we.
You like big problem sets.
we like chewing off the big problems. The other one is like, it's not good enough for that performance optimization technology to just sit there. It's not like it's not like a black box with a switch. Instead, it's technology that can be very tightly integrated with your infrastructure and your application. To that end, we're pursuing this concept we call programmable infrastructure.
Right.
We have infrastructure.
What a great phrase.
I think it's where the world is going. It's about taking core high quality technology, but then enabling these really, really smart customers we have to program it differently if they choose to, and say, you know what, our apps work differently, our SLAs are different, our outcome is different. So what if I could take this core technology from Riverbed and custom tune it to what I want? What if I could take that technology and help me understand my infrastructure better and automate decisions based on that knowledge? So that's the idea of programmable infrastructure, which you'll hear more and more about from Riverbed.
But luckily you heard it here first at 11th Cloud Expo on SYS-CON TV from the mouth of Apurva Dave himself. And don't forget about the Equal Opportunity Application Controller. So you've learned a 4-word acronym possibly, but I think just programmable infrastructure, that's a fantastic resonant phrase. So congratulations on getting behind that.
Thank you very much. We'll keep working hard.
And keep having a strong show. So we see you in June in New York. Thank you, Apurva, and thank you for following along out there on the World Wide Web.